I'm not Mitch Connor, and the headline I just found is Jihadi John, I will go back to Britain and will carry on cutting heads off. In a chilling new video, man said to be Hooded Butcher vows to return. Okay, let's watch the video. Yeah. What the hell? I don't know why I went on mute, but... Alright, it doesn't appear he says anything at all. So, once again, we have a lack of evidence. Now let's compare the photos if we can here. Hang on. Okay, we got this. Then we got this kind of blurry picture. Maybe we can find something better from the video here. Not really. And it darkens every time I pause it. Whatever. Okay, so... I don't know. Does that look like the same person to you? Maybe... Oh, wait, yeah. Hey, it's photoshopped. This is the earliest photo I could find, 88% quality, but this part is photoshopped over this part. And face is photoshopped into this part. It's basically, I mean, look at the blackness there. It's retarded. Got it from this image right here. Did this image too, but this one was a tad bit older, even though it was the same quality. Anyway, so that's photoshopped. Oh yeah, and then there's this, which the article mentions, his college ID card. Maybe you've seen this. Oh, look at that. They photoshopped a P for Pittsburgh Pirate hat on there. Then, sure, it was probably added to. Yeah. So they're surely telling you the truth here that this is Muhammad Emwazi, right? Even though I don't think it looks like him. I mean, similar, sure. But, you know, there's a lot of... Arabic or Middle Eastern or whatever features that look kind of similar, but he says nothing here. There's no proof of this. So let's go on in the article. Oh yeah, by the way, less than a month ago, Jihadi John on the run in Syria. 2 months ago, Jihadi John has fled to Libya. Okay, and they had no proof of this. I covered these previously in videos. So why should we think they're telling you the truth here? The Mail on Sunday is obtaining the first footage of the killer to emerge from Syria since he was identified in February as 27-year-old Londoner Muhammad Emwazi, with fake photos, which I just showed you. Okay. He was last seen in sickening IS video at the end of January, beheading Japanese hostage Kenji Goto, which was fake. And so was the photoshopped picture of him at the end, which photo forensics actually basically changed in a set of fraud. So this is all we have is an 8-second excerpt. I mean, really? Swathed in black and wearing a cap under his hoodie, then turns and stares directly into the lens before looking away to scan the desert. Come on. No sound accompanies the footage we have been given, but we have been played an audio excerpt from the full video. And why don't you play it for us? In it, the man thought to be Jihadi John is heard clearly saying in a British accent, "I will carry on cutting heads." I want to hear this, so I can do a voice comparison. Give me a frickin' break. The film was secretly obtained by rebel fighters of the Free Syrian Army, which works for who? The United States. And Britain. And Israel. who sent it to one of their colleagues, known as Abu Rashid, in the Bulgarian capital, Sofia. Sort of saw a possible contradiction. Oh, he's from the Syrian city of Aleppo. Anyway, it was then shown in full to another FSA-linked activist in Istanbul who told us, he looks at the camera and says, I am Mohammed Emwazi. I will soon go back to Britain with the Khalifa, the leader of the Islamic State. The activist continues, he said something more about cutting heads off. We will kill the kuffar. And the camera shows two masked men look like bodyguards. Okay, why won't you show us the whole video? I looked for it, I couldn't find it. Of course. Maybe they'll release it soon, but I'm willing to bet that it's not him. It does not look like him. Similar, but not the same. Did I miss any text up here? The activist continues. He said something more about cutting heads off. Oh, I just read that. I'm sorry. I just woke up. Now I'm mostly awake. This kind of annoys me. And the BS seems to get thicker here. The Mail on Sunday showed clips to one of UK's leading experts on facial mapping, a former policeman who regularly acts as an expert witness in court cases. After comparing the film to existing images of Emwazi, the expert, who we are not naming for security reasons, what security reasons? What the hell make security? What, his safety's in danger because he says something about that? Come on. He goes into frickin' court cases, for Christ's sake. But the guy said, I have noted a number of apparent similarities in both the morphological and the proportional comparisons, and in my opinion, the images lend support to the contention that they are the same person. Okay, did you do this with technology or something? This, he added, would be sufficient to result in an arrest being made in most cases and may get a conviction in court. Or they're just completely lying about this guy and they're full of crap. Because they don't give any basis for why that is. You know, it's just like his expert statement with no backing whatsoever. So you're going to trust that? Abu Rashid from the city of Aleppo is believed to have received the grainy footage on his smartphone through the video messaging app called Viber. He later passed a copy of the video. Maybe that's where I should find it. Viber. Maybe it can be found there. I don't know. I don't have that. I don't even have a smartphone. After Emwazi's true identity was revealed, various pictures of him emerged from his school days in the UK, and one taken from a Westminster University student card he is seen wearing a baseball cap. Oh, do you mean this one? Idiots. Liars. As if they don't know. You think they don't know? They at least cover these other articles I showed over the last 2 months in this paragraph. The new video appears to contradict these reports. Duh. Once again, we have contradictions because we're not being told the truth, okay? And I've never seen any proof that this guy is Mohammed Emwazi. Never. Though I'm looking at photos, you know, if I can see them moving, I have a pretty good recognition. Actually, I have a very good recognition for faces, you know, but pictures, it's a little bit harder. But these eyes do not look the same as these eyes to me, okay? As these eyes. And we don't see enough of the face to know for sure. So then they go through the list of the fake executions that Jihadi John did, which ended with the Peter Kasich video. He was Jihadi John's 5th Western victim, and in January, Japanese hostages, Hirona Yukawa and Mr. Godo, became his last 2. Jihadi John has also been seen in a video taking part in the beheadings of at least 17 Syrian soldiers. Yeah, that was in the Peter Kasich video. And this video that they're talking about was the first of the CGI videos, and it's covered a little bit in my video ISIS in Imaginationland Part 1, which should be in the description here. It should be the very first link of the analysis videos of these stupid ISIS executions. Get off my screen, you piece of crap. Yeah, John can't lie, blah, blah, blah. Oh, but Britain is bombing the Islamic State. Yeah. They go into this part to make you feel better that Britain's actually doing something. No, no, no. I, you know, and this is their proof of it. Oh, we got a little poster for you, basically. Look at what we did. We drew it for you. Really. Wouldn't surprise me if they're not bombing the Islamic State at all, but they're bombing, you know, rebels or that are opposed to Islamic State or Assad's forces. In the same month, I skipped over this and I want to go over this. In the same month, this newspaper also revealed that MONOCGI had been injured in a U.S.-led airstrike. According to reports received by the Foreign Office, he was believed to have narrowly escaped death when he attended a summit of the group's leaders in an Iraqi town close to the Syrian border. In March, we disclosed astonishing emails between MONOCGI and a Mail on Sunday reporter, which he spoke of being aware that British security services were closing in on him, that he was a dead man walking. That was more bull. It's not hard to forge that sort of thing. I mean, they were forging photos. Why wouldn't they forge that? Oh yeah, they didn't neglect to mention that his emails were sent before he left Britain to join the Islamic State in Syria, at a time when MONOCGI was claiming to be an innocent victim of MI5 persecution. In other words, those emails weren't actually from, what was it, last March they said? Yeah. They were older. The Mail on Sunday has passed the video we obtained to the Metropolitan Police and Security Services for further investigation. Why don't you show it to us first, you douchebags? The whole thing. Why? Because people like me are going to debunk it? Show that it's a bunch of crap? And somewhere amongst all this, back in July, this came out, and I missed this. I came face to face with Jihadi John, ISIS expert Rattles killer, in restaurant confrontation. He was fact-finding in a terrorist stronghold when the British executioner was assigned to be his driver. Really? Middle East expert has relived the chilling moment he caught a rare glimpse of Jihadi John's face during a shocking encounter in Syria. Jürgen Todenhofer was fact-finding in a terrorist stronghold when the IS executioner, mass knife-wielding star of a series of sickening beheading videos, was assigned to be his driver. He always hid his face, but when Jürgen walked into a restaurant with an ISIS commander, he came face to face with the killer minus his mask. Sorry, this guy's a fucking liar. Jürgen, who accompanied the dangerous mission by his son Freddie, said, "I realized Jihadi John was one of our drivers. He was always the masked driver and boss of our commander." If he was a boss, why the hell would he be a driver? Drivers are for peons. Later, I saw him unmasked in a restaurant, and they said I had done it on purpose, that I was trying to find out his identity. Oh, okay. You saw him unmasked, but they said you had done it on... What the fuck are you talking about? Did you unmask him? No. I said to the ISIS commander, "What the hell? All the other terrorists take off their masks. Why is he so special?" But they didn't answer. The fighters had hours and hours of conferences about that situation. They would not speak to or sleep or eat with us anymore because I had seen his real face, heard his real voice. So you just asked to see his face? And that really makes no sense. And then they get mad at you because after, you ask to see his face. He takes off his mask. They get mad at you. Makes no sense. Maybe if he forced his mask off, that would have been a better story. More believable. I'm sick of the lies. I'm done. You can read the rest in the description, or by the link in the description.